Hey everyone, welcome to Mel's Simple Meals. Happy New Year! Shout out to my in-laws for this adorable apron. I'm so excited about today. It is all about low carb deliciousness and it's going to be a fun experiment. I can't wait for you guys to join me. We are going to do buffalo chicken spaghetti squash boats, and I'm also going to show you how to make a healthy version of ranch that tastes amazing. So come on and join me. Here's our ingredients for this crazy concoction. We've got 1 spaghetti squash and some chicken tenderloins here, which we're going to bread using pork rinds. I've got a chili lime version or a regular one. You use whatever you want. And then we're also going to be using some green onions here and some celery, and as well as some of this red hot buffalo wing sauce. You can use whatever buffalo sauce you guys want to, or you can use red hot with a little bit of butter. And then for the ranch, we're going to be using Greek yogurt, some light sour cream, and our spices: parsley, garlic, onion, and a little salt and pepper. And that's it. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and make the ranch dip, because we want all the flavors to kind of hang out together in the fridge for a while. So this is one of my favorite secrets, and I cannot believe how easy it is to make homemade ranch. So in this here is the seasoning mix that I have. 2 tablespoons of minced onion or onion powder, 3 tablespoons of parsley, and then it is half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1.25 teaspoons of salt, and that's it. That's really what makes up this ranch mix. So this will make up way more than we need, but what I want to do is just take a teaspoon, or about a teaspoon to start with, and put it in my bowl there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take a heaping tablespoon of Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, and then a heaping tablespoon of light sour cream, and we're going to start to mix it together. What's so great about this is you can really adjust the seasonings to your liking. You can add more or less to the mixture, whatever you guys want. So this isn't ranch that's like diet ranch or ranch that just tastes okay and we're getting by. This stuff is delicious, you guys. I'm not kidding. I really hope you try it out. And it's that easy. Now that I have my ranch dip mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and cover it and stick it in the refrigerator. First thing for our chicken that we're going to do is go ahead and put some pork rinds in a food processor, or I have this pull and chop here that I love. So I'm just going to kind of break those up. If you don't have a food processor or anything like that, you can always put them in a plastic baggie and crush those pork rinds as well. So now I have my chicken tenderloins, my ranch dip, and my pork rinds. And I'm going to go ahead and take my chicken tenderloin and just put it right in that ranch dip. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pork rinds. And I know this seems pretty strange. It does to me as well, but can't knock it until we try it, right? So let's try it. And then also, if you guys don't like ranch, you can absolutely use any other substitute like buttermilk or egg wash, however you guys want to do it. All right, so then you're just going to go ahead and coat your chicken with the pork rinds as much as you can. Shake off the excess. And we'll keep doing that. Alright guys, we've got our chicken all breaded in the pork rind, so I'm going to go ahead and stick that in the refrigerator for a few minutes while we let it kind of set up. Alright guys, we're going to be doing the spaghetti squash in the Instant Pot. And if you don't have an Instant Pot, don't worry, it's just the fastest method. So you can also do spaghetti squash in the oven for about 40 to 60 minutes. You would just cut it in half and then lay it down on a cookie sheet. And then you can also do it in the microwave in about 15 minutes or so. So I wanted to go ahead and cut this in half and put it in the pressure cooker, but it is really difficult to cut. It's kind of like cutting into a pumpkin. So what I did is I just kind of made some slits into it, and I'm actually going to put it in whole, which will increase our cooking time a little bit, but that's okay. So I have the rack inside of the Instant Pot, and I just went ahead and I put the spaghetti squash inside. So as you can see, it is a pretty tight fit in the 3-quart, but as long as the lid goes on, it should be okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a cup of water in. And we'll go ahead and put the lid on. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hit pressure cook. And I want to start with 10 minutes and see how that goes. So we're going to do the chicken in the New Wave air fryer. And if you guys don't have an air fryer, you can totally bake these, no problem. The air fryer is going to give it that crispy fried texture though. So I went ahead and I sprayed the bottom, and then I placed our chicken tenderloins inside. I can comfortably fit 4 with enough space for them to kind of breathe and have that air circulating around them. So then I'm also going to spray the top, and I like to use this no propellant avocado oil. You know, we're trying to be with those healthy fats. So I'm just spraying the top. And I'm going to go ahead and put them right in the air fryer. And I want it to be more like deep fried, so I want to do 400 degrees. Probably take about 15 minutes or so. Alright guys, both our pressure cooker and our air fryer are all done. I went ahead and let the pressure cooker naturally release for a few minutes and then manually released it at the end. So let's take a look at these chicken tenders. Alright guys, here's the chicken tenders. I know they look a little funny, but you have to hear this crunch. And see how beautiful and juicy they are inside. So I'm just going to cut them up into bite-sized pieces here. I'm loving how they sound so crispy, and that's no carbs with pork rinds. And it looks like some of the flavoring really colored the chicken. Let's check on our spaghetti squash. Alright, so I went ahead and took the squash out of the Instant Pot. It's hot. I'm just going to try to cut it in half here. Very carefully because it's really hot. So I got my spaghetti squash cut in half, and then I just took a spoon and removed some of the darker squash and any of the seeds. And then we have our nice squash strands here that I'm just going to kind of scoop into the center. And then I'm actually going to put those into a bowl, and we're going to mix everything together. Whoop, there's another seed. Alright, I've got my spaghetti squash all scooped out into the bowl here, and this whole amount here just came from this half, so it's a lot of squash. And it doesn't necessarily matter if we're using it like spaghetti noodles or not. We're not going for length here, just some substance. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my chopped celery and green onion right into that. Just kind of mix it around. Then what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of my buffalo wing sauce. Just kind of pour some in there. The nice thing about spaghetti squash is that it really doesn't have much flavor to it, so it absorbs whatever kind of sauce you put into it and really takes on that flavor. And then what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start filling up the squash shell with our squash, onion, celery mixture. And I'm going to take some of my crispy pork rind chicken and put it right on top. And I'm just going to take some Colby Jack cheese, sprinkle it on top. And then some more of our buffalo sauce. Now that I've got the cheese on it and it's all filled up, I'm gonna go ahead and stick it right in the air fryer here. And we're just gonna melt that cheese and let everything come together. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a couple minutes. Not much time at all, probably about 4 minutes or so. That looks delicious. Cheese is all melted, just what we want. Got some leftover green onions here that I'm gonna sprinkle on top. And then I went ahead and I made a dressing mixture. So all I did is I took some of that ranch dip mixture, and I put it into a bottle like this here. And then you can add whatever liquid you want to make it a little bit more like dressing. So you can use a couple tablespoons of oil, or if you're trying to stay really healthy, you can go ahead and add some almond milk to it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pour some of that right over top of it. And I can't wait to taste this crazy experiment. The reason that I made this is because one of my favorite things to pig out on are buffalo chicken French fries, and they're so good. They come from one of our local fast food places, so this is a healthier version of that. It smells really good, so that's a good sign. I'll be really honest because I've never tried this before. You want to try it? You're going to try it? Oh!
Maybe that tastes like the buffalo chicken fries.
But without French fries?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really, really good. There's the crunchiness from the chicken and the buffalo sauce. This is really good, you guys. So I know you need an open mind for this one, but I really hope you guys will try it. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.